Okay, so these slides were taken in 1979, according to the note you made on the box. And it's
More impressive with that it's a completely deserted beach. And today it's an array of 6 and 8-story hotels.
yeah, Francis sent me a photo of that beach, and it's all no longer jungle. It's concrete jungle.
Mm.
So why did you go on this 6-week trip?
Well, when we worked for the Kuwaitis in the army there, they give you 6 weeks mid-tour holiday, and you can go at that time anywhere that you wanted to that the Kuwait Airways flew. So I'd been to England, which was on the list, but hadn't been to India or Thailand or those sort of places, and they were just opening up as holiday, so we got pitched them just at the right time. And it was still fairly easy to get around with 2 small children and no, what's the word I'm thinking of? No, and easy to push with no reservations in front of us. We must be mad. And so that's Patong Bay.
A picture of mother.
And a picture of mother, yes. Quite pretty.
Did you know anyone who'd been to Thailand?
Well, yes. It was a popular destination, holiday destination then. Just began to open up. But there was no one I could sort of ring and say, give me a hand, book me a hotel.
Oh, okay.
We just went out of the airport, changed into a taxi driver, take us to somewhere nice. And they did. Because it was new to them as well, having European tourists. But what you did have was a large number of Americans when the ships came in from Vietnam, taking R&R in Thailand. And Thailand had that sort of sexy reservation about sex. How accurate it was, I don't know. But the American sailors certainly believed it when they were jostling on the Liberty boat.
Oh.
Yeah. I suspect some of them did stay by. They lost our suitcases. We had 3 of them. One went directly to Kuwait. One stopped somewhere. Well, 2 of them stopped somewhere. One stopped in India, I think. The other one stopped somewhere else. And I had to go to the airport each day to pick up our airport. So to pick up our suitcases. Which we did, whilst the boys used the swimming pool. At the hotel, the first hotel we stayed at, which was a 5-star hotel in the middle of Bangkok, which was reasonably priced at the time.
Wouldn't be now.
I suspect it's not now. Next.
Hang on, did you fly to India first or Thailand first?
Thailand first.
Ah, okay.
That's Teng Jo. Oh, it's banana tree.
Oh, yeah.
Or coconut tree, I think.
I've got some video of Teng Jo.
Oh, have you? There's your mother.
Mm-hmm.
We went out on a Thai night evening dance, various places, and amongst us, I think no 2 people, if you exclude or include in a different way, husbands and wives, I think, but there was no, every couple on this ship, boat, was a different couple, if you follow me.
Oh.
So every couple spoke a different language?
Yes. So I was dedicated to translating the Arabic, which was quite good at that time. Arabic into, must have been English. And somebody else picked up the English and translated it into, and so on like that.
Whoa.
As we went round and round. And that is a lady with long hair.
And dark.
Dark.
I love it. I think she looks so beautiful.
So that's the boat we hired for Dame Francis. Didn't particularly like the boat. It wobbled. So that's back at the hotel. Must be, yes. The hotel we were staying at. It wasn't a hotel so much as a Quonset hut, you anything to? Wrigley tin, curved. You know what it is.
Wrigley tin roof and then wooden sides.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I remember what Quonset hut is in English.
A Nissan hut?
They have them in the Navy.
Yeah.
On the shore, that is. Oh, anyway, we hired it. You didn't like it, so I left behind. I seem to be there by myself. I'm not sure where the other is.
Taking the photo.
Taking the photos, yeah. That is, I'm fairly sure, is Malaysia. We took again. We took a taxi. The longest taxi I've ever taken. Got up early in the morning in Thailand, went across the border and drove the length of the peninsula, the Malaysian peninsula. Then wanted to go to KL, where I was born.
Yeah. We ended up going because of that.
Yeah, and especially after Kuwait, you can imagine this lot. In terms of greenery.
Yes. Well, and I had the opposite experience going from China
Yes.
to then to the desert.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, yes.
It's so lush, and it's that vibrant green.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very different from flat Kuwait to hilly jungle.
I'm sure they're just green scene,
Mm.
but probably a high difference between the hotel we were in and next door and trees and things. Oh yes, I was going to Bangkok on the train.
Oh, so you took this from the train?
Yes, I'm fairly sure I did. Yes, because the hats.
So this would be Thailand?
No, this is in Malaysia, coming back out of Thailand. These were days when you counted the pictures, or counted the
Mm-hmm.
because the next shot was going to be superb.
This is a rice field, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thomas and I went to Guilin and saw the steppe rice. We had the choice of either going further up north to go see like the famous steppes. There were some particularly famous steppes, although there's rice fields everywhere in China, or to take a boat down the Yangtze River, I think.
Yangtze.
Yangtze, yeah. And we chose to go down the boat, which was really cool because on the 20 note, we saw the exact spot, the hills where they had taken the picture to put it on that 20 note. Yeah.
That I believe is Malaysia,
Mm.
or at least on the train between Bangkok and KL. Couldn't tell you exactly where, but I think it was KL.
Would this be the first time you're going back to KL?
No, well, the first time as an adult, during
Yes, that's what I mean, going back.
the first time I had been back, full stop, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Haha. That's what I thought you might be. That's what the terrapins are.
Ah.
Each of those layers has hordes of terrapins, little turtles.
So this tall white tower is Penang.
Fine.
So this tall white tower is Penang.
It's on Penang. Penang's the island.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if every slide was in the right order.
There.
Yes, there we go.
That's a lot of turtles. Or terrapins. What's the significance of terrapins there?
I have no idea.
Oh.
We saw it in South China sometimes. I went to a turtle temple there. So.
Oh, I never did.
Oh, right, okay.
Just the taboo turtle soup.
Yeah. No, I've been to a turtle temple. Can't remember where. Guangzhou, I think.
Snakes. It's upside down.
Oh, the photo's upside down.
think so. It was a snake sanctuary, museum, zoo, whatever. You walked underneath all the snakes that are far more than are shown there.
Ooh.
Strangely enough, the mother didn't fancy going in.
I wonder why.
Makes sense.
That's the outside of it.
So this is Turtle Temple.
I don't think that's actually Turtle Temple. It might have been across the road. Yes, I think it might have been actually.
I noticed the Chinese characters just above the gate. Yeah, so. Have to ask a friend to translate. Yes, the train.
Oh yes.
Train?
That's taken from a train.
Ah.
Hanging over the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, James Bond Island.
Hey.
You get there at last. Well worth doing.
It's on our list.
Absolutely.
You must have noticed it.
No, I've never been.
You've never seen the film?
Oh yes, I've seen, but not in person.
No. I'm not quite sure what in person means. In real life.
In real life, yes, I've seen it on through the screen. Pictures of.
And now you've seen it here.
Yep.
Got it.
I've now seen it through your eyes.
Was this something you particularly wanted to see, or was it incidental to the trip?
What?
James Bond Island.
Well, I say, well, I didn't really want to see it. It's the way the driver went. I expect people knew of it. It's an unusual shape, so even if you didn't know it was James Bond or anything like that there. But in fact, I think if I know it was the James Bond film, which contains that, I suppose, was released whilst we were doing this holiday. It's the one where, yes, they have Thai boxing, and they also have a car that turns into a plane.
Yes.
So that would be this film.
Yes.
Yes.
And
so
you
so
mentioned
that film, the film showing that, was released whilst we were on that holiday. And James Bond seemed to turn up everywhere with everything at that time. And a number of them turned up as characters who would later appear in other James Bond films. One of them is the American deputy.
Yeah.
He's my favourite. Yeah.
And you mentioned that you've seen kind of prop doors and so on fitted to the cliffs when you went.
Oh yes. Where the viewpoint is, which looks all open, is somebody has got a vision planted there, a piece of their film. And when he lands on the island, there's a small bay, which is where this is there. But there's this clipper cutting of the film. The film goes across and opens a door apparently in the cliff, but it's not. And does that make sense?
Yes, I think you said you'd seen a prop door fitted to the wall or fitted to the cliff.
That's right.
Would it still be there today, or that was
No.
something because it was kind of left over from?
Well, I think it was presumably if it was, it would be part of the take your picture here thing. Because when I went back ages later, I go back there, anyway, Malaysia certainly, what had been a sort of quiet colonial town was rushed, move along, so you can see, move along.
Oh.
It was knee deep in people. But that's come out well in colouring.
Yeah. Were there many other tourists here when you went?
Not real tourists. Most of the people I remember are sort of late middle age. I think actually it may well have been the case that lots of people had gone to. It was quite an expensive tour, and so they tended to be late middle age and tended not to want exciting trips in tires and things like that, which Francis went on when he was going around the world.
Yes.
Things like that. I mean, that's pretty much what it was then. What we've got now is that plus 20 longboats, or boats, Thai boats, queuing up to get on.
So would you say this was off the beaten track at the time, or?
Oh yes. I only had one hotel on the island. That was the very primitive one. Just like the Quonset huts. But imagine an oval. We'll do it later. That's a fisherman's island, for example. And they were real fishermen. And would tell you fish, if you like fish.
Did you try their fish?
Well, it might be one of the last, because going on there was long poles with Thai fishermen on them, looking distinctly poor when this heavyweight got on. And the legs wobbled. She took herself off to another part of the group. The other thing is no TV aerials.
Oh.
I think noticeable because later on the slide, I think there is one TV aerial, but I'm not sure it is up here or just my memory of it.
I wasn't sure if there's a thing here. I wasn't sure if that was a TV aerial or an electricity pylon. It's a tree, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Fair
It
enough.
was a long time ago.
Fair enough.
That's the main drag back to where the stuff that the sea wears away. What's it called? It's a type of rock. It'll come to me.
Sandstone? Limestone?
Isn't it a limestone, isn't it? No, it'll come to me.
Okay.
But they have branching off lots of these places,
All the estuaries and tributaries and
things like that.
Is this a mangrove?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying about the hut. I think what we have is called a yurt.
No,
Is that
no,
the-
no, it is.
Okay.
No, this is very, very definitely the US Navy. They call them Quonset huts. Imagine a bottle cut in half,
Mm-hmm.
flat bits down on the ground.
Yeah.
The bit that goes across the top is going across the top in a half circular way.
is it a Nissan hut?
Nissan hut, well done.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
But they're the next size up from a Nissan hut. The Quonset. That's there. Someone travelling across from A to B.
Yeah, I was wondering, is this a fishing boat? Is it just a...
Couldn't tell you from here, but it's certainly a native one.
Very well. So they're fairly common.
They weren't that common as such. But those that are in, there's only one there.
No.
I think they do quite a lot.
The bay. Quite like there's a couple of people in this picture of the bay. Gives it a sense of scale.
Massive.
So that's the 5-star hotel we stayed at.
Oh.
The previous ones were just on the beach.
So quite the variety of hotels you're staying in.
Hmm?
You had quite the variety of hotels you're staying in.
Well, we pulled up, said to the taxi driver, take us to a hotel.
Mm.
It was that simple. Oh, that's the famous snail place. Go back one or two. That's yes, forward one.
Forward one.
Now this was a series of steps going from the swimming pool at the top
Mm-hmm.
down to the place being dry, there being no water. And we were woken up one morning by the chatter outside the two boys. So I peered over the balcony to see what they're up to, because they were looking down here. And they had snails, which they were pushing along like cars. And then someone came along, inevitably a German, who told them off. So long as, well, it's nothing to do with her, might as well get paid. So we changed the boat and took another one, just a different one. No, that's because this one had an infinity pool, which was one of the first ones I'd seen.
Ooh.
All down these trees. I think we'd seen it in a magazine. Sorry, this was a sort of an interesting place to visit. We intended to fly down from within, what's the town that I'm based, Thailand. We intended to fly down rather from Thailand, but all the planes were booked, they were in a short haul. So we took a taxi instead. Halfway down, I noticed, I think it was Francis, I said, "Daddy, why are those two men holding hands?"
Ah.
It was a different era. Oh, you can see the boat bits to the left, so the lower left is where what they made their villages out of. So you can see why Mother was a little bit hesitant about getting onto it. Damn well refused.
Oh.
And they didn't collapse.
Ah. Yeah, so you can see the village on stilts.
So somewhere in there is a hole in the vegetation, a tunnel. You can drive through it. You didn't like that. This holiday seems to exist entirely in places you didn't like.
Oh, Francis didn't like?
Didn't like.
Ah.
Your mother didn't like either.
That's what I was wondering about.
Right, see what else we got.
The village on stilts.
Oh, more trees.
More trees. Cast rocks.
I think that might be a tunnel.
Yes. Is this the one where Francis freaked out on the boat?
I suspect it is.
Yes, the boat went underneath.
That's it.
Through the tunnel.
There wasn't anything in it.
No.
Right, you lie on your back and move it with your feet.
Oh.
No idea what that is, but it's a 75 number. I took the building photograph. It looked colonial. I thought my parents might know something about it, but they didn't.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's at the top of a long park.
Do you think we saw that?
I don't know. We saw a lot of colonial
We saw a lot of
buildings.
cool,
It's
yeah.
a big park.
So the style, but the style is a bit of a template, you know.
Yeah,
Colonial
okay.
era. So, I mean, we've been to Starbucks and
That
Banjo, similar.
overlooks the park.
Oh, okay.
What you really wanted to do.
All this travelling to exotic places,
Please,
and
no,
the two boys
no.
wanted to see a play park.
That's the view from the top. And that's, it's got a name, I can't remember it off the top of my head, something park. That's full of water.
So this is in Kuala Lumpur, this water park.
This is KL, yeah.
Okay. But I don't remember seeing this.
Sorry?
I don't remember seeing this in real life. I mean, it's just.
They were doing renovations when we were there, so it might have been one of those that.
You're right. You're right. Ooh. Temple.
I know nothing about that. It might be the wrong place.
I was wondering because I scanned them in the order that they're in the Slide magazine, but I wasn't sure if they're in the right order themselves.
That's the federal building.
We have seen this.
I've seen this.
Yes. I couldn't remember what it's called.
The Federation building.
Because it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
But today, I don't know, this looks quite pristine. It looks very steampunk. You remember?
Yeah.
Very, like browns, like, I don't know, steampunk seems to be the perfect word for it.
It's the railway station.
Yeah. It has changed a little bit. I have to find my photos of it. But also I don't know how accurate some of these colours are. Because they've been digitised and
That's right.
restored. So, but I think this is broadly right. What do you think?
It's the right. It's not the right flavour. It's the right colour. Where it's red, it's red, and where it's green, it's green.
Hmm.
But it's not got the correct shade.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is not unsurprising.
Yeah. You can show the originals a bit
There we
later.
go. On the right is the railway station.
Ooh, okay. Because we walked all the way there.
Mm-hmm. Because when you had photos from the 50s, the 70s, and then now.
Mm-hmm. I think that was just going around. I don't know why I thought that.
But I think it's the same, just more cars now.
Well, I imagine you had taken this to show to your parents,
Yes.
because it would have been a bit different when they were there, or you were there.
Would be.
You're probably taking it to say, look how much traffic there is.
I think I got my back actually on this one to a picture of downtown Kale.
Oh, yeah. I know we do have some street scenes.
Oh, there we go.
Is that the Federal Building in Kuala Lumpur?
That's the federal building in Kale. That's where Kuala and Lumpur meet. I don't know if they are the same, but there's two. The reason it was built there was because it's where two rivers met in the days long before there was anything else there at all. So a little bit further down from there is where the two rivers join. So then this might be something to do with it. Well, actually the last one might be something to do with it.
So this downtown Kuala Lumpur then?
I would say.
Oh.
Probably a bit like China.
Yeah.
Well, you see similarities.
Yeah.
China at that time and for a little later, before they started knocking it down and building a new one.
Yeah, it looks very like bits of southern China, bits of Hong Kong even still look a bit like that. Yeah, there's a railway station.
Yep. Well, the railway station is one of the few things that's identifiable, unless it's changed since then. But there's photographs in the album. My mother running to, this is my mother, arriving and departing from there. Because the ships actually moored and discharged their cargoes in Singapore. They wanted to get to Cape.
So that would be the same for the troop ships, that they'd arrive in Singapore
Oh yes.
and then you take the train to Kuala Lumpur. You and I have walked around the car park.
Have the cars changed?
I think one of them's due a ticket, yeah.
Of course, it's not that one. Since the Japanese were the problem. Ah, that's looking down. You're right about one thing. You were looking down into Kuala Lumpur from a flyover. So that the road immediately in front of you is part of the flyover. With underneath.
So you've got the tall modern buildings of Kuala Lumpur.
That's right. It
Actually,
wasn't
I'm
been that
impressed.
long before. They were also one-story wooden houses. We're back on a train.
Yes, yes, you can just see the train there. So.
Hmm.
On our way to India, I think.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh no, Bangkok.
Yes, the Golden Temples of Bangkok.
Mm-hmm. That's your mother?
Yeah.
I think we've got a shot of Francis taken in that exact same doorway.
Many years later, right?
Many years later. Am I right?
I believe so, yes.
You'd have mentioned it to me.
Yeah.
Back in the swimming pool. Down the market. Do the shopping.
Where do you think this market is?
I think it's out of all of Thailand, but I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see a bit of writing there. So.
Can you see any writing?
That's,
But
yes. So that's Thai writing rather than Chinese or anything else, right? So somewhere in Thailand. Bangkok, maybe?
Hmm?
Bangkok, maybe?
No, yes, it would be.
Definitely Thailand. Okay, so yeah, this is probably in the right place then. Did you buy anything from these markets?
Last I recall, it was all a food market.
I didn't get snacks or ingredients.
Yeah, it was a lovely holiday.
Sorry, what was that?
I didn't know. It was a lovely holiday.
Yeah.
And I think that's the picture of the Thai dancer, Hayamari, whatever. The chap about 2/3 across.
Yeah.
He's the dancing we wanted to see. And a couple of others. Oh no, ping, I want it, ping, pong.
So you saw the show in Bangkok then?
Mm-hmm. We've probably gone back to Bangkok. I can't remember the details.
It was an expensive show.
Not that I think. Only getting there.
Karaoke?
It wasn't, but it should have been. I've done karaoke in Japan, which was really quick to do.
Mm. Oh.
Bang Na.
When?
Thailand. Bang Na.
Thank you.
Oh, there it is.
So as I recall, they were going to charge quite a bit of money for you to have photos of the dancing girls, but she saw you with the camera and gave you such a lovely smile.
We didn't bother.
Exactly.
Yes, I think that's right. That's what I call dancing.
Good bit of acrobatics.
My kind of dancing.
Oh yes, they're doing their dancing. Several in the background, I didn't check was there.
Had you seen kind of Thai dance on the television before, or was this your first time seeing it?
First time seeing it, I think. I'd probably seen it before in Thailand on this particular holiday.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it before in this sort of sense of knowing what to expect on the evening out.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have seen it on television or anything like that?
They don't see much of Thai dancing on TV. That is the same one we had before, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
And then was this more of a...
Hmm?
The two guys with the swords, was this more of a dance, a display?
Oh, it's a display.
They're doing a choreographed fight.
Very much so.
Quite different from the Kuwaiti sword dance.
Have they got any from India here?
Not in this magazine. I've got more magazines to scan.
Oh, right. I'm just wondering how the Taj Mahal would come out.
Pretty well, I think, but...
I would like to think so. Oh, and there's the beach.
Yeah.
It's actually the beach. in Phang Na, the opposite side, where we'd been previously.
Oh, okay.
You'll never see a good empty.
Well, it was midday.
Ah.
That's, yes. But
Yeah.
I don't think it would make a difference today.
No,
But yeah.
seriously, that was taken at midday. Go back one, please.
Mhm. Yep.
Somewhere down the far end, you can't see it, there is a water leakage comes out, and you know these fish that's halfway between fish and people, or animals that live on land. There's this little stream there, a trickle stream, where the fish come land thing would make themselves a little dam, and they'd sit in well, when the tide went out, they would sit there, you know, sucking in, blowing out, so
Yeah.
they get air. And I've been fascinated with those since I was a schoolboy. I was delighted to actually see them, and we just walked along. They were at the end there.
They were there.
They were there.
They're like mud guppies, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they call the guppies, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they were called something like that.
Yeah.
And I've never seen them before or since. Not even in a zoo, completely. Too much trouble to empty and close the tank, I suppose. Anyway, a couple more, then I'd like to have a rest.
Don't think there's many more photos left. Oh.
Fisherman.
That's cool.
That's a genuine fisherman who these days, probably a millionaire having sold his plot of land. But as you can see, nothing there. And I don't know if it's on here, but there's also a place further down where the sea obviously fell in such a way that the fish water would, or the water would fill up, and a bunch of them would go up to nets. And one net would take the left, one they'd pull the net in more and more and more and more and more until they had fish supper.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't get them much fresher than that. Well, you do, you can actually in this country. Oh, there they are, they're doing it now.
You have two boats. They stretch the net across.
That's right. And they gradually pull them in. That's where we sat in the evening with a beer in my hand, watching the fish get caught. And pineapples. This was the sort of place where if you wanted a pineapple, they go out the back and chop one up for you.
That's cool.
And finally, in Colourised, they had umbrella tents, like the sunshades, which in the evening would pull down and light the tilly lamps, and the tilly lamps would give light away, and the fishermen would see them come across and watch us. And we realised, by evening 4, that they were betting on us. They were playing backgammon. I don't think they had any idea what the game was, but they could see who won and who lost. So they were betting on me and myself. Little group of them. You wouldn't have known it was there. In an earlier picture, there was a little table with the canvases over it, giving the shade. Let's have another one or two.
Okay.
Oh, you're doing it in closer. You lost one overboard, mate. Don't know who that glamour puss is. Open it up again. She had a good figure. That's after 2 children.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like jealous.
Well, after 2 children, well,
She looks fantastic.
you often thought so.
What's he carrying?
Is it a snorkel?
Yeah, I think,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think he's carrying the mask, the snorkel.
That is definitely Thailand. That's where they keep the green jade or whatever. Right, I'm going to have to pull the plug on this.
Fair enough.
Thank you very, very, very much.
Very happy to.
Brought back some very nice memories.
And that's it. That is the last of them. So.
Cool.
Is that the last of them?
The last of this magazine.
Okay.
That was fun.
It was.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure even then doing it, we were appreciative of what we were seeing. In the sense that this was closing up another place.